The S90D is really a good TV, but it's a tricky TV to evaluate, and I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. Hey, what's going on everybody? It's KG from SamMobile. Today we're going to be looking at the S90D. You need to understand that the S90D may be using a different panel depending on your region and depending on the screen size that you select. Because of this, I went ahead and I reviewed two different models for the S90D review to give you a really broad range of what we're looking at with the S90D. I reviewed the 42-inch S90D, which is a WOLED in all regions no matter what, because they don't make a 42-inch version of a QD-OLED TV. And I also took a look at the 55-inch S90D, which in my region happens to be a QD-OLED, so you're going to get the experience of both a WOLED and a QD-OLED. And I'm going to let you know which one I think is better as well. But first, let's talk about what you get with the S90D, regardless of what panel you have. So let's start with connections. You have 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, 1 RF connection, 1 Ethernet connection, 2 USB-A inputs, and an optical audio input. No matter what version of the TV you get, your TV is going to come with Tizen OS. This is Samsung's smart TV system. You'll have access to a bunch of popular apps and cloud game streaming services. There's a lot of great features with Tizen OS. You're also going to get a very similar experience when you're talking about operating your settings and everything that goes along with the TV itself. So let's get down to picture quality. If you're looking at the S90D and you happen to get a QD-OLED panel, you're going to see some really good brightness overall, and you're going to see some really good color brightness overall. Particularly over the WOLED, you're going to get the color brightness. The color capability of the Quantum Dot OLED is much better than the WOLED in many cases, and you will see this if they are side by side. Now, if you're really putting the TVs side by side, most of the scenes can look somewhat similar depending on if it's a WOLED or a QD-OLED. But the moment you get into some high color brightness, or you get into some colors that are going to be a little bit trickier for the WOLED to handle, then the Quantum Dot OLED will shine, and it looks really great. So we do have to make the distinction that one is going to be a WOLED, which uses a white subpixel, and the other is going to be a QD-OLED, which uses Quantum Dot, and these things result in a different type of picture quality. The WOLED panels are made by LG Display. These are the OLED panels you'll see in traditional OLED TVs in the past and in the present. Here you'll see that most OLED TVs come equipped with a WOLED panel, unless it is a QD-OLED panel made by Samsung Display. The plus side to a WOLED is it does have the great black levels because it is an OLED based technology, so because of this you'll get really great contrast. But there are some downsides when it comes down to WOLED technology. For starters, it won't be able to get as bright as some other TVs, and the color capability of the TV is somewhat limited, so that would be the biggest downside to WOLED technology, is it does have to rely on the white subpixel. Unlike this next one, QD-OLED, which uses Quantum Dot technology. Quantum Dot OLED is going to be probably, in my opinion, the best technology that's out there for any TV technology today. I really enjoy Quantum Dot OLED because it has high color brightness and high brightness in general. It's kind of like you're getting the best of both worlds with LCD TVs and OLED technology put together. It really is one of those TV technologies that makes quite a big difference when it comes down to the top levels of Quantum Dot OLED. With the S90D, you're not getting the top levels of Quantum Dot OLED though. You are going to have a somewhat limited performance to what Quantum Dot technology is capable of. If you want the latest Quantum Dot technology you can buy that gets to some of the brightest picture levels that you can imagine, you're definitely going to want to take a look at the S95D QD-OLED from Samsung. So yeah, the S90D, regardless of what panel you get, is somewhat limited in peak brightness compared to the upper echelon of OLED TVs that you can buy. I did a little comparison of the S90D and the S95D, and I found that the S95D was significantly brighter than the S90D in a lot of scenes. That said, the S90D QD-OLED is no slouch, and it does have better color brightness overall and slightly better brightness than the WOLED variant of the S90D. So that's what I would say about the experience in terms of picture quality. It's really going to depend on which one you get. Now, the 42-inch size is pretty unique because you could use it as a computer monitor. I ended up doing that, and I had a really great experience with the 42-inch screen size in a WOLED. And it really didn't bother me that it was a WOLED TV. I thought it performed really good overall. Now, another difference between a WOLED and a QD-OLED would be the overall screen uniformity. Now, this could actually vary from panel to panel, but every screen that I've taken a look at so far to date, I see that the WOLEDs have a greater risk of screen uniformity than the QD-OLED panels that I've personally seen. It is going to vary from unit to unit. So I would say that the S90D is going to be preferred if you can get it in a QD-OLED. But you have to be aware that you can't get it in a QD-OLED in certain sizes. So how do you know if your S90D is a QD-OLED or a WOLED? Well, Samsung has kind of made it a little bit complicated to figure that out, but I've got an easy way for you to figure that out. And that's going to be looking at the last 4 letter combinations in the model number. And for starters, I want you to take a look at the 42-inch, the 48-inch, and the 83-inch TV size for the S90D in your region. That is because the 42-inch, the 48-inch, and the 83-inch sizes are not made in a QD-OLED panel. There's no existing QD-OLED of those size variants. So if you see those sizes, you know automatically it's a WOLED. And so that's why you look at the last 4 of the model number, because if it shares those last 4, you're going to know that it is a WOLED. For example, in some regions, a 55-inch will be a WOLED if the last 4 of the model number is the same as the 42, 48, and 83-inch size. I know it's a little bit confusing the way Samsung does it, and it's really unfortunate they did it this way, but what panel you get really comes down to the region you're in. Unfortunately, unless I know your region specifically, I couldn't tell you what panel you're getting. But if you need help figuring that out, feel free to leave a comment and I will reply and help you out. No problem at all. So the 42-inch version of this TV and the 55-inch TV, they were really great experiences overall in their own way. The 55-inch version was definitely better picture quality overall, and this all comes down to it being a QD-OLED. That said, the S90D itself, it doesn't get to the same level of brightness as the S95D, and because of this, the difference between the 42-inch S90D and the 55-inch S90D, despite it being 2 different panel technologies, wasn't really that big in terms of overall brightness. And the only time I saw a difference was going to be with color brightness in mind. That's where you really saw a difference. Now, if we were talking about the S95D being a QD-OLED and also having a WOLED variant, that's where I'd have more of a problem because the peak brightness difference is going to be so large there. But the S90D is already limited in peak brightness, almost close to what a WOLED would be anyway. So there is not that big of a brightness drop when you're talking about going from this QD-OLED panel to the WOLED panel in the S90D's case. But overall, I thought both of the TVs did really great. They both have their own use cases. Like I said, the 42-inch is perfect for a desk. I use it right now as a monitor and I absolutely love it. I think this is a good solution for anybody looking to do some office work and some PC gaming on the side. But for those of you that want a smaller solution, I'm going to try to take a look at the other QD-OLED offerings from Samsung in a monitor. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for that. If you don't want to miss it, be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.